Alright guys, today I'm going to be making a simple fried cheese and pork patty. For this you really don't need much. Salt and pepper, cheese, store-bought Italian seasoning, pork, and a little bit of lemon juice. So for the pork, I'm going to be using some pulled pork that we cooked in a pressure cooker. Pretty simple. So yeah, this is basically just leftover meat. So the first thing I'm going to do is get a small bowl, put some pulled pork in it. Should be enough for the size of our patty. And since the amount of cheese is directly proportional to the amount of pork, I need to later make sure that I put enough cheese in for the cheese to come out from the center of the patty and partially cover it after it starts melting. Next thing I do is I add that lemon juice I mentioned. That's all I need, pretty much. It gets a little wet enough so that hard stuff breaks apart. That's a bit more. That's going to be all I need. And then I add the Italian seasoning. I like to be generous with this stuff. You need a bit to make it stick out from the lemon juice. Break apart any big chunks you see in there. Otherwise, it might not stay together very well. At this point, I'll come over here and turn on the stove to let my pan heat up. As you can see, I've already used it. That's the cheese bits from the previous patty that I made. Now all I do for the meat, give it some salt and pepper. I season to taste, which means I'm going to taste the meat to see if it has enough. A lot of people actually don't do this, but it's a very crucial cooking method for proper seasoning. I'm going to add a little more pork because that's a bit salty. And a tiny bit more lemon juice. Even it out. This is going to be a larger patty than I made last time. But last time I actually put the patty in a sandwich, so it didn't need to be as big. But this one I'm just going to make it by itself. It still tastes really good by itself. After all that, all I'm going to do is just put it in the pan. Stir it for a tiny bit. I don't have a measured amount for any of these ingredients. For the cheese, I'm going to add what seems to be enough to partially cover the patty once it starts melting. That's all the cheese I'm going to add for now. Now I'm just going to mix it all up. Heating up the meat is going to release a bit of moisture from the meat and some fat juices that were previously hard from being refrigerated. And that's going to mix with the cheese to make the whole patty come together a bit more. Some more. Now I'm going to add a bit of olive oil. Scare the crap out of me. Alright, that's the shape I have for my patty. What I'm going to do now is just let it sit like that until that side gets crispy, and then I'm going to check if it's crispy, and if it is, I'm going to flip it, and then do the same for the other side. Alright, it's been sitting like that for a bit. We got our big spatula, big enough for this patty. Check if it's crispy now. For this side, seems to hold well enough to flip. Let's do it. Ah, yeah. Now that's
nice.
Crispy. Not burnt. Crispy. I mean, okay. It might get slightly burnt, but it's still. That's what I did on the last patty, but it's still going to taste really, really good. All right, here's our plate for putting the patty on. Let's check it now. I'm going to check it again. Alright, yeah, that's good. Listen to that sizzle. Oh, yeah, look at that. See all the juices.